Everything being good, you know, like Josie's still out there, he still, you know, communicate with me, everything. And then obviously, even with Shaq, when Shaq heard the news, he texted me and just told me like, hey bro, like we talked about this when I got here, like you up next, now you really up next though, so just go out there and be free.
Obviously yesterday you guys got to put the pads on, there's a little bit of physicality. Was anything said between you guys afterwards? Did you guys like kind of come together afterwards? You're both obviously practicing today. Everybody was kind of unscathed. How do you handle a situation like that?
At the end of the day, like I said, it's football, so you know emotions are gonna be held. We got pads on. It's a man's game. Everybody got pride of us, so stuff gonna happen. But at the end of the day, we came and shook it together. It was like it's all love, bro. Like it was between the lines, you know. People like if I got put on my behind, I'll be pissed off too. But you know, at the end of the day, it's football. Though we understood, came to a level ground and like shook it out, and talked about it.
How much are you looking forward to the joint practices so that maybe a little bit less friendly fire?
I am. I'm not the type of guy like to fight. Like I don't. Like I'm the type of guy like to chill. But like if I get pushed like that, then it can happen. But you know, at the end of the day, whatever happens there, you want to keep it professional.
How's it been communicating with Christian, kind of in the middle there, and how has he done with kind of setting up and calling the keys and everything like that?
Real good. You know, Christian. Like I said, he already came in there knowing the defense and all that, because it's a similar defense where he played at in L.A. So good, it was no wasted steps with him, and I love that. Great communication with us. Even like when we were between plays, we always like keep each other, on the high end. I'm like, hey, you got this, we got that. So it's real good.
As both of you guys are growing in your increased roles, having guys in front of you like Bobby Brown, having Derrick Brown back, how beneficial has that been for you guys?
Real good, real good. It's great to have, a good D-line in front of us, so just watching them play and all that, sometimes I'll be starstruck like, golly, boy, them boys balling. But then I had to get to the play like, oh, Trevor, you playing ball. So, it's real good to have that.
What's the chemistry like with the linebacker room? You have, your vets, and you also have obviously Scorton, Princely, and then Bam Martin, Scott. Having these younger guys and these older guys, what's the room like?
Oh, we got great chemistry. They like to ask a lot of questions, like more than my kids. So I'm like, but it's real good to help them out, because I love seeing young guys want to learn. Even though they're older than me, they still look up to me, ask me like questions about, football.
How is that? Like being younger but having older guys, does it feel weird?
It do sometimes, because I be talking to Bam, and I think Bam like 23 or 24, and he looking at me like, I'm older than you, right? I'm like, well, I get that, but I'm in this defense for my second year, so he still like respect that, but he's like making jokes. But it's kind of weird though, like really, having him look at me like I'm his big brother.
The shoulder injury you had to have a procedure on. How tough was that mentally, kind of coming back and being physical, but also like what was the process of rehabbing and coming back on time and everything like that?
I could say the mental part, it wasn't all kind of hard, especially me growing up in the country. We always got hurt. We always told just Western Clay put it on anything. So I wasn't too worried about my shoulder coming in, just playing. It was just all about just being more confident, going there, being comfortable with the defense, and then the rehab process is real good. Just going through it. Having other linebackers like Luke Kuechly, we text, because he had the same shoulder injury. He told me like, hey, this is another stepping stone you can get over, and just talk to me through the whole process.
You gonna wear the brace all season?
Yes, just to be safe.
Something you never had to wear it before, did you? Used to it.
It took me a while to get used to it. Obviously, I wore it last year at the end of the season, but now I got used to it way more and more. Now I don't even feel it's there no more.
Did you know JJ was going to be coming, or did you call you as soon as he got the news?
When he got the news, he texted me, and he said, yo, I'm like, what's going on? He was like, I'm going to be in Charlotte. I was like, okay, bet. I'm like thinking like, oh, he's going to be in Charlotte. He coming to visit. I was like, okay, bet. What you want to do? He said, nah, bro, like, I'm coming to the team. I was like, oh, shoot. And I tell everybody when he came in, like, I tell everybody, hey, y'all know he got 6 fingers, right? Everybody's like, no, you don't. He showed them. But now it's real smooth having that come in. He asked questions, too, a lot. And I'm like, I love seeing that.
Hey, can I ask, when you see some of these guys that came from winning programs like Bobby Brown in front of you and some others, how has that mentality helped some of you guys grow, mature, and maybe develop that chemistry that was somewhat missing last year?
A lot, because, they bring in, things from different cultures, coming here, setting standards, because you always want to set a standard. You always want to be great. So, they come here setting a standard, and we just uphold to that standard.
And I missed the first part of the press conference where you asked, what happened with the Chuba thing yesterday?
It was just football, football. I hit him. He got up mad and things happen, but that's just football. Though at the end of the day, that's why I tell everybody it's just football and people have emotions.
Couldn't tell, did he connect
Connect what?
when he was swinging at you?
There wasn't no swinging involved, man.
Have they had the rookie show yet? We remember your performance from last year.
I tell the rookies this: they letting the rookies off kind of easy. When I came in, we had to stand up on the podium and sing or do something. They letting the rookies come together. So they ain't had their rookie show yet. But I told them as soon as they get out, I'm booing, because ain't no way y'all going up there as a group.
He said you might have been responsible for his goose egg eggnog on his forehead, man.
I don't know. I don't know.
A couple more. You're gonna arrange your own rookie show in the linebacker room?
Nah, man, I'm chill. Like, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm just chill. At the end of the day, they know that. Like, I'm real chill. Even with snacks, they kept saying, "What you want for snacks?" I said, "At the end of the day, bro." I said, "If it ain't real food, I don't want it."
Question. You said Luke texted you, you said Shaq texted you. What is your relationship like with those veteran linebackers? How often do y'all communicate? How has that been like for you, especially in your growth?
Oh, real great. You know, me and Shaq talk every single day. Like, sometimes he just call me, "What you doing?" Checking on me, checking on my family. Obviously, me and Luke talk almost every day too. We talk. He check up on me, ask me how I'm doing. You know, hey, sometimes you want to go grab lunch. Like, so, you know, just getting that good things, learning things from them.
Have they taught you anything you've been able to really implement?
Yeah, obviously being more vocal. You know, that's one thing they tell me, like, hey, just go out there. The man thing is you the quarterback of the defense, so, you know, you go out there, be vocal and be loud.
Having Derek Brown back up front.
A lot of difference, you know. That's a big dude, and he can clobber a hole and do things that a lot, like, that's just crazy and it's real, like, real good having that in front of you.